Okay, welcome back children. See, in the previous lecture I told you some questions related to series and parallel combination of resistors. Okay, today we'll be studying about infinite series. But follow the lecture till the end, okay, because we will start with the simplest question and see all possible ways in which infinite series can be asked. Okay, so let us start with the first question. Say you have a network of resistors. Okay, this is A and B. Okay, which is continuously repeating. Okay, I'll call this as 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, and this is going to continue up to infinite branches. Then for such type of infinite series, what was the logic I told you in doing questions of capacitors? First we have to identify the branch which is repeating. Say which branch is continuously repeating 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 and so on. Now leave one repeating branch. This is the branch which is continuously repeating. So I will redraw it. A and B, 1 ohm, and here you have 2 ohm. So till here I will assume that my answer is X. Even if you add one more branch, answer should remain the same. Okay, how is the answer remaining same? I gave you an example. No? You have an ocean of water. If you have a volume as, okay, or a big tank of water whose volume is 1000 liters. If you add one more drop, does the volume change? Obviously no. So the same rule we are applying. If you add all these droplets, that means all these repeating branches, let the answer be X. Adding one more branch will not affect your equivalent resistance. So if you use this particular logic, now calculate the value of X. How is X connected to 2 ohms? Series. X plus 2. Okay, I'll redraw it. 1 ohm between A and B. 2 plus X. This will become X plus 2. So is X plus 2 parallel to 1? What should be the equivalent resistance? X plus 2 into 1. 1. X plus 2 plus 1. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Should again give you what answer? The same answer, X. See, simplify it. You will get a quadratic equation. You can solve the quadratic equation and get the answer. So find out what should be the solution for it. X plus 2 is X plus 3 into X. Or X square plus 3X. Okay, bring this term to the left. Minus X minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so solve this quadratic equation. Okay, you know how to solve the quadratic equation. What should be the solutions? We have got X square plus 2X minus 2 as 0. X should be minus B plus or minus under root. This is B square minus 4AC. Okay, C is negative, so I made it plus by 2A. That is minus 2 plus or minus under root. 8 plus 4, 12 by 2, or X is equal to minus 1 plus or minus. Okay, 12 I am writing it as 4 into 3, that is 2 root 3. 2 got cancelled. Resistance cannot be negative. So minus 1 plus root 3. So what is your equivalent resistance? Root 3 minus 1 ohm. Okay, so this will give you the answer in case of this type of repeated series. But this is the simplest question of infinite series where you can identify the repeating branch and then take the answer as equal to X. Even after adding one repeating branch, answer remains the same. Now let us look into one more question on infinite series. Okay, here one end is tending to infinity. I will give a question where two ends are tending to infinity. Okay, this is A and B. Okay, this is tending to infinity. Here also we have infinite branches. You need to find out equivalent resistance across A and B. Okay, I'll take all the resistors as 1 ohm. Whatever value this is your circuit. See, previously we have done only this part. Okay, one end is tending to infinity, but here both the ends are tending to infinity. So if you want to calculate the equivalent resistance across AB, first I will find out the solution for the left branch. Will you get the same answer for the right branch? And how are these two branches connected between A and B, that is in parallel combination? So assume that for this half, my equivalent resistance is R dash. For the left half also you get the same answer, R dash. So what should be your answer for equivalent resistance between A and B? R dash and R dash are in parallel combination. When they are in parallel combination, we know resistance reduces to half. So now you need to find out the value of R dash. Okay, I don't think it's difficult for you to find the value of R dash. How to find the value of R dash? Remove this left part. Now see, just now we have done this infinite series. Which is the repeating branch here? 1 and 1, 1 and 1. Again it is repeating. Okay, this loop is continuously repeating. So find out what should be the equivalent resistance leaving one repeating branch. Okay, which is the repeating branch? Tell me. 1, 1 and 1. Again 1, 1 and 1. I have identified the repeating branch first. This is the branch which is continuously repeating. Let the resistance till here be taken as X. Even after adding these three resistors, answer should remain as what? X. That X itself I am calling it as R dash. Okay, so let me call it as R dash only. Your answer should again remain as equal to R dash. So find out what should be the value of R dash. Okay, here I write R equivalent should be R dash by 2. We are trying to evaluate the value of R dash. So how is this R dash connected to 1 and 1 series? This is 1 R dash and 1 all put together. I will write it as R dash plus 2. R dash plus 2 and 1 are in parallel combination. So find out what is the parallel combination of these two. R dash plus 2 into 1. R dash plus 2 plus 1 should again give you which value only? R dash. Okay, instead of X I took it as R dash. Calculate the value of R dash, cross multiply. R dash plus 2 is R dash square plus 3R, or R dash square plus 3R minus R dash minus 2 is 0, or R dash square plus 2R dash minus 2 is 0. See, did we get the same relation previously also? Solve the quadratic equation. What should be the value of R dash? Minus B plus R minus under root B square minus 4AC by 2A. Okay, you will get R dash as minus 1 plus R minus root 3. Minus cannot be taken. So R dash is root 3 minus 1. See, once you get this R dash, this is tending to infinity. We had another branch tending to infinity. So what should be your answer for equivalent resistance? Half of this. That is nothing but root 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So if two ends are tending to infinity, okay, you can evaluate for first half. First half and second half are in parallel combination. So your answer comes out to be root 3 minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, for this network. If the question changes, you solve it according to the values. So this is the second case of infinite series combination. Now look at the third case. This is A and B. All resistors are taken as 1, 1 and 1. And both ends are tending to infinity. Okay, left side also it's going to infinity. Even right side, this is tending to infinite number of branches. Now they are asking you to calculate equivalent resistance across A and B. Observe the circuit carefully again. See, these are the two terminals across which you have to calculate the equivalent resistance. I will name this as B dash and A dash. See, can you find out equivalent resistance between B and B dash separately? See, if I cut the circuit till here and take this portion. 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 and 1. All this is a repeating branch. Just now we have got the answer. So what is the equivalent resistance between B and B dash? This is B dash and B. It is nothing but your infinite series what we have solved just now. We get the answer as root 3 minus 1. So make it root 3 minus 1. Similarly, the left portion also. Between A dash and A. It's an infinite series. We have got the answer root 3 minus 1. Now these two are connected by A dash and B dash are connected by one more resistance which is 1. Now you tell me what is the resistance between A and B. A to A dash root 3 minus 1. A dash to B dash it is 1. Again B dash to B it is root 3 minus 1. See, all the three resistors are in which combination? Series combination. So find out the equivalent resistance now. R equivalent will be root 3 minus 1 plus 1, this plus this plus this, plus root 3 minus 1. Answer, root 3 minus 1 plus 1 plus root 3 minus 1. 1 cancel of 1 minus 1 and plus 1. Your answer will be 2 root 3 minus 1. So either you can leave it this way or simplify it. 2 into 1.732 minus 1, 4. 3.464 minus 1, what is the answer? 2.464 ohms. So even this way, they can ask you to calculate the equivalent resistance for infinite series. So this is the third model. Now look at the fourth question. Okay, observe the circuit carefully. Now again I am giving you an infinite series itself. 2 ohms, 2 ohm, 2 square, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 cube, and so on. Okay, it's tending to infinity. Now how do we calculate it? See, previously you have identified one repeating branch, the next branch was similar to the first. But here it is not similar, it's increasing. 2 and 2, 4 and 4, 8 and 8, 16 and 16 and so on. It is going on along with the geometric progression. Now how do we solve it? Look at the method of solving. If I remove the first branch, see, did we have the remaining part 2 square, 2 square, 2 cube and 2 cube? If you take out 2 common from each resistor, will this become 2 and 2? 2 square and 2 square? Same as your first circuit. So is the second part of the circuit 2 times of the primary circuit? Again I repeat, this is the primary circuit. Leave one branch. This will be your secondary. If you take out 2 common from secondary circuit, the remaining part of the circuit is it same as the first circuit but multiplied with 2 times? We will use this logic for finding out the equivalent resistance. Since this part is 2 times the resistance of the primary circuit, I will assume that the resistance of the primary circuit leaving one branch as 2 times of x. See, previously we took this as x. Now this part is 2 times of x. Even after adding this branch, your answer should remain as what? X. Again I am repeating the logic. Till here, if you take out 2 common from here, you will get back 2 square, 2 cube and 2 cube. So I am assuming that the resistance of the remaining part is 2 times this whole resistance of, that is x. So if this is 2x, 2 and 2 if you add also, answer should be same as equal to x. Find out what should be the answer now. 2x and 2. How are they connected in parallel? So 2x into 2 by 2x plus 2, that is nothing but 4x by 2 into x plus 1. Okay, I'll write it as 2x by x plus 1. Okay, these two in parallel combination we have got 2x plus 2x by x plus 1. Is that in series with 2? Yes. Okay, here I write 2x by x plus 1 plus 2. Answer should again be equal to what? X. Now again you are getting a quadratic equation. I think it's easy to solve now. Solve it. 2x, let's take LCM. 2 into x plus 1 is x into x plus 1. Or 2x plus 2x plus 2 should be x square plus x. Or x square plus x minus 4x is minus 3x, minus 2 is 0. So what should be the value of x if you use the roots of a quadratic equation? Minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a, or x is equal to 3 plus or minus 9 plus 8 divided by 2. You cannot have a minus value, so I will take only positive value. 3 plus or minus 9 plus 8, it is root 17 divided by 2. So this will give you the equivalent resistance for this type of arrangement. So depending on the question, okay, so if you approximate it as root 17 as nearly equal to 4, okay, so then what will be the approximate answer? You cannot have a negative resistance, only positive value. 3 plus 4 divided by 2, it will be 7 by 2, about 3.5 volts. So this is how, if you are given multiple of resistors, also you can calculate the equivalent resistance. So previously 2 was given, but now it is 2 and 2, 2 square, 2 cube and so on. So instead of taking the equivalent resistance still here as x, what should we take it as? 2x. Even after adding, your answer should remain as x. So this is the next model, okay, which is related to infinite series. And sometimes what they do is, to make it little more complicated, they will repeat it. Just now I told you, 2 ends tending to infinity. 2, 2, 2 square and 2 square. This end is also going to infinity. Now tell me what will your answer be? We have calculated for this half. What is your answer? 3.5. Even for this half, see, is it the same branch in the left direction? You will get 3.5. 3.5, 3.5 in parallel combination. What will be the answer? 3.5 divided by 2 ohms. So don't panic if both sides are tending to infinity. So you will get the same answer. Take for one half. The second half and first half are in parallel combination. So your answer will be half of your previous answer. So this is another model related to infinite series. Now let us look into one more question. Infinite grid networks. Okay, grid is all sides are tending to infinity. A two-dimensional grid. First I will take a square grid. Okay, the meaning of square grid is okay, this is how the resistors are connected. Okay, this is tending to infinity. This side also infinity. Even this side infinity, infinity. All the four ends are tending to infinity, and across each edge you have a resistor. Okay, this is how resistors are arranged. Okay, let me make it fast. Okay, now look at the question. How do we determine equivalent resistance across A and B, one edge of this grid? Okay, everywhere resistors are tending to infinity, but you have to calculate the equivalent resistance across A and B. So for such type of infinite grids, there are two different methods to solve. One is by using superposition principle. Okay, I will tell you this principle later. Another is by using our logical approach. Okay, so let me tell you the first method. Since you want to find equivalent resistance across A and B, that is one edge of what grid? Square grid. Now I will take one repeating unit. That means one square into my consideration. So if I take it as one square, only one of the unit, we need equivalent resistance between A and B. Now see, if you go upward, it is tending to infinity. Left side is also tending to infinity. Even this side is also tending to infinity. So let us assume the equivalent resistance of all the infinite branches till you reach this particular point. Let the answer be X. This is R, R, R and R. Each resistor you take it as equal to R. Assume that after adding all these branches we are getting the answer X. We get the same answer here also. Adding all these infinite branches. From here also I will get it as infinity, which is equal to X. Now after adding this, my answer between A and B should again be equal to X. See, I am assuming after adding all of them till here it is X, till here it is X, till here it is X. Even between A and B your answer should become equal to X. Now see, what is this equivalent to? R and X in parallel, R and X in parallel, R and X in parallel. I am redrawing the circuit. If R and X are in parallel, this is A, this end is B. Can I make it R into X by R plus X? Here also you get R into X by R plus X, R into X by R plus X, and this is capital R. Now how do we calculate the equivalent resistance? To get the equivalent resistance, see, are these three resistors in series combination? So can I erase all of them and make it 3 times? Now these two branches are in parallel. Answer should give you what value? X. Let us see what will be the answer. These two in parallel. Okay, here I will write 3Rx by R plus X into R by parallel combination, product by sum. Product by sum plus R. What are we expecting the answer to be same as X? Take LCM, one R I will cancel throughout. If you take LCM, see 3Rx by R plus X in numerator divided by 3X into 3X plus 1 into R plus X will become R plus X divided by R plus X should be equal to X. Cancel off this. Now solve 3Rx by 3X plus X, 4X plus R is equal to X. You can cancel off this X also. Cross 3R is equal to 4x plus r implies 2r is equal to 4x, or what is x equal to? 2 times of r by 4, or your x is equal to r divided by 2. So this will give you the equivalent resistance across which 2 points? Across the points A and B. So for A and B, that means adjacent points of an infinite square grid. What is your equivalent resistance? It is coming out to be 2 times of r by 4, that is nothing but r by 2. Okay, so this is one of the methods to calculate the equivalent resistance. But there is one more method, giving the input current and taking out the current. Also we can find out by using the superposition principle. But for the time being, this is enough for getting the answer. But this is the case, remember, only for adjacent points. Okay, it is not for diagonal points. For diagonal points, again I have to tell you another method. So you can just find out between the adjacent points. Now if you observe this, see, if I give a current source at A, is this current divided into 4 equal branches? I by 4, I by 4, I by 4 and I by 4. Now I'll give you a shortcut method how to find out the answer without doing all this particular process. For a square grid, if current is divided into n branches, how many branches it is divided into? 4. I by 4, I by 4, I by 4 and I by 4. Then R equivalent will be 2 times of R divided by N. Okay, if resistance is R, the number of branches at a junction. See, at this junction you have 4 branches. So what is the value of N? N is equal to 4. So 2 times of R by 4. Did we get the answer as R by 2? So, but this shortcut method you use only in objective exams. For subjective, this lengthy questions may not be given, but because it comes in objective, you can remember this shortcut formula. What is the shortcut formula? If you have a square grid, first select the node. From the node, current is divided into how many branches? 4 branches. If it is 4 branches, the value of N is equal to 4. So equivalent resistance for the adjacent points is 2 times of R divided by N. Now if you use this principle, you can give me the answer for my next question. I'll give you a triangular grid. Okay, instead of a square grid, assume each side is a resistor. Okay, this type of arrangement, it's a triangular grid tending to infinity. Okay, assume that infinite branches are given. We want equivalent resistance between A and B. Every side of it has a resistance capital R. Okay, here also we have R, R and R. Every branch is a resistor. You need to find the equivalent resistance and take all the resistors as capital R. What is the equivalent resistance across the adjacent points A and B? Use the shortcut formula. From here, if you send the current, it is divided into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. What is the value of N? It is 6. So what should be your equivalent resistance? 2 times of R divided by 6. Answer, R by 3. So this is for a triangular grid. Remember, this formula is applicable only for adjacent points, not for every other point, only for adjacent points. So this is another method for calculating the equivalent resistance. So this is all regarding infinite series or infinite networks and how do we evaluate the equivalent resistance. The same rules you can also use for capacitors, but we know the formulas are opposite. Series will become parallel there and parallel will become series. Okay, so let me stop with this particular lecture today on infinite series.